Well, today I had a great day. I got to hang out with my kids. My wife had to go at work, so that wasn't great, but I got to hang out with my kids and I got to have a great time with them. And we were just playing on the floor, just hanging out, doing our thing. We didn't do that all day, but we did it quite a bit. But it got me thinking, because as I was in the middle of playing with my kids, I was thinking, oh, okay, I should probably stop playing and start getting to work. Like I gotta feed my kids and I gotta clean up the house. I got sermons to write. I'm working on a new series. We're trying to do like this audiobook. There's so many things that call for my attention, literally at any given moment of the day. And so the thought was, okay, I've played enough. It's time to probably get started on doing work. And then I thought, you know what? All of those things that I need to get done, they're going to be there soon. They're going to be there later today. They're going to be there tomorrow. I'm going to cook dinner tonight, and guess what? Tomorrow we're going to need another dinner. But my kids are going to grow up, and they're going to be gone someday. And they're going to turn 16 and 17 and 18 years old, and they're not going to want to play with their old man anymore. And, just the things that happen with life. But the thing is that I had to intentionally lay down what I wanted to get done so that I could spend time with my kids. And by doing that, I feel like I gained something out of it. I spent time with them that I won't forget. Now they'll forget it. My daughter is 3, my son is 8 months. There's no way that they're going to remember this specific moment. But it's the things that you do right now that prepare them for who they're going to become in the future. So though they don't remember this moment, like my son has definitely already forgotten that we played at all this morning, but it still shapes who he's going to turn into. And what we intentionally lay aside right now shapes what we become in the future. But if you aren't intentional about doing this, you can miss good things. And that's why I'm making this video today, because I realize that there's times in my life where I have missed good things from God because I was not intentionally looking for them. Because I wasn't even aware that an opportunity was there. I just carried on throughout my day, and then I lay down at night and I'm like, oh my gosh, there was a wonderful opportunity to share Jesus. There was a wonderful opportunity for me to spend time with prayer, but instead I was in my phone. Instead I was busy cooking. Instead I was cleaning up, or there's just all these things that beg for my attention. Think about Mary and Martha. Mary was sitting at the foot of Jesus, listening to him, but Martha was around cleaning up. Now, we look at Martha and we're like, oh my gosh, don't be Martha. But it's not like Martha was doing anything wrong. She was just distracted. And for a good reason. She had King Jesus in her room. Like, who wouldn't want a clean house, right? Who would not want to have a clean house right then? But when she complained to Jesus, Jesus said that Mary was actually doing the right thing. She was picking the better thing. And so the challenge of this video today is that we serve a God who is omnipotent, which means he's all-powerful, and he is omnipresent, which means he is everywhere, all of the time. And the thing about God is he is constantly at work. He is constantly moving. But what I've learned is that I'm also constantly moving. I'm also constantly looking for the next thing to do, or I'm in my phone, or I'm making videos or whatever, and I miss opportunities with God to join him in his work, or even to just be aware that he's with me at that moment. And I think about him throughout the day, but I don't spend much time just intentionally slowing down and not missing this moment with Jesus. And now when we look at the life of Jesus, Jesus made this a common practice to be intentional of his awareness with God. And what he would do is he would leave everything, go to the other side of the lake, wherever he was, and go into the wilderness and spend time with God. Spend time with his Father. And this was a very intentional practice that he did, because he wasn't going to miss moments with the Lord. And then, after he had spent this time with his Father, he would then go out and carry on with ministry, carry on with healing the sick, speaking awesome sermons on the Mount to over 5,000 people without a microphone, by the way. And he was just fully aware all of the time about what his Father was doing and what his Father wanted him to do. And I believe that stemmed not just because you can make the argument that, yeah, well, Jesus was 100% man, 100% God, so of course he knew what, but look at his lifestyle. He didn't rely on the fact that he was God to know what God was doing. He was intentionally aware of his Father at all times. And he would go out to remove distraction and then come back into the mission field and keep working, keep moving. And so when I think of my life, I don't want to look back and realize that I spent so much time being distracted with the things of life, things that, again, aren't even inherently bad. I want to live a life of intentionally seeking the Lord and being aware of his presence and being aware of what he's doing in my life, but also in the lives of those who are around me, so that when that opportunity arises to share Jesus with somebody who doesn't know him, or to pray with somebody who needs it, or to just smile or love somebody who hasn't experienced that before, I won't miss that opportunity. And I won't miss that opportunity to join God in his work, because he is at work and he is going for the lost and he is calling people back into himself. And what an honor and a privilege it is for me to get to just be the smallest little fraction of it. And I don't want to miss it because Facebook is more important. I don't want to miss it because I have to, think of the next idea for, these videos. Or it's not like these videos are bad, but even these can be a distraction for me. So take time throughout my day to drop everything, to sacrifice busyness in pursuit of righteousness, to sacrifice busyness in pursuit of relationship. The busyness will still be there, but we don't get these moments back. And just like with my son and daughter this morning, I'm not going to get that moment back, but I can look back at that moment and know that I chose the right thing. I chose the good thing. I chose time with my kids. And we can do that with our Savior as well. And the really cool thing about it, the thing that I really love, is that our awareness of God and what he's doing, and just knowing that he exists, it doesn't just affect us, but it affects everybody we come across. We can begin to see people the way that God sees people, because now we know how God sees us, and we know that he's like doing things in all of these people's lives. And I just constantly think like, God, what are you doing in that person's life right now? What circumstances have you set up for that person? And how can I join you in that? And how can I be aware of your presence right now and be strengthened and encouraged by your love? How can I just be intentionally aware? How can I not miss this moment? And I just find that to be one of the funnest things ever. But we don't get there without first taking that moment of intentionally not being distracted and choosing Jesus. So, this is more of a challenging video for myself than it is for you guys. I hope that you guys respond and that you hear me and that you react. But I want to live this way. So I'm going to hear what I'm saying right now, and I'm going to challenge myself to intentionally be less distracted and more purposeful in my walk and my relationship with God. And I hope you guys do too. All right. That's it for today. Short video, but I think it was good. I think it was fruitful, and I had a great time with you guys. Okay. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.